And welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to start working on this image that we did the background on using the Paul Rubens soft pastels that I won in their giveaway and showed in a previous video. Excuse me. We're gonna start on this. We're gonna use the Brutfuner 520 set of colored pencils, and we're gonna start today with her skin. Now, the combination that I have picked out, I'll move these other pencils over here. The combination that I have picked out for her skin is Dawn Pink, Withered Rose, sorry, trying to get it where you can see them, but Pink Nectar, Peach, Nude, and Tofu. So, I'm going to lay these down, and we're going to start with Dawn Pink. And let me zoom you in a little, so hopefully you can see a little better what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to take Dawn Pink, which is kind of like a pastel purple shade, and I'm going to go along and put this in. Actually, sorry, hold off on that thought. Skipping ahead. I'm going to take this one here, which is the Nude, and I'm going to do a light base coat with this all over her skin. I'll do this first. And it'll probably be so light that it probably won't even show on camera, to be honest. It's just barely touching the paper. I'm just trying to work out what is hair and what is skin showing through. Okay, and then we have a little bit at the bottom that is her arm, so we'll just do that as well. Okay, like I said, you probably can't see a difference really yet, but it's there. So next we'll go on with our Dawn Pink, which again, like I say, it's a really pastel type of a, kind of like a pastel purple. We'll go along the edges, anywhere where we feel like there would be a little bit of shadow. And we'll put this, hold on a minute, I'll be right back. Hello, I am back. I apologize for the interruption. All right, so let me figure out where I laid. Sorry, excuse me for that. Figure out where I laid my pencil down at. So we were going in with the Dawn Pink. Sorry, I had somebody stop by. So I had to answer the door. And we're just gonna go along where we think shadows would be and put a little bit of this Dawn Pink. And I apologize for all the loud noise in the background if you hear that. And that would be my son playing loudly in his room. Being very loud. I'm gonna add a little bit here. Okay, and then under her lip. around her chin. Whoops. Okay, that's a little higher up than I wanted. There we go. I tried not to go all the way to the edge and leave a little bit of the white showing through. But, so there's that, if you can see it. Then we'll move on and do her neck. Get some under here. And under all these strands of hair. And then back here under her hair. And here. Okay. Went a little too far with that. Just a little bit above her shirt. Okay. And then her arm. We'll go along this edge, leaving some white between the pencil and the line work. Same with the bottom. And then we will do up under here where her shirt is. A little bit. Just like that. Okay. Now, our next color is Withered Rose. Again, this is the Brutfuner 520 set. Withered Rose. And we're going to go over top of what we put down already. And bring it out just a tiny bit. Alright. He's having a good old time. Okay. Okay. Oh. Grab my Dawn Pink again because I missed this section here. And so I'm just going to go along these lines here. And then go over that with the Withered Rose. Okay. And then onto her neck. Alright, and a little along here. Just very, very little where you can't even hardly see it. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we're going to move down to her arm again. I'm sorry that I constantly have to move the paper, but I wanted it zoomed in so that you could see pretty well what I'm doing. And so I'm just going a little, real lightly around there. Okay. I'll go back up to her face. Next, we're going to go over top of everything with the pink nectar. We're going to go over top of it, extend it out just a little bit. And don't forget this little piece. Under the neck. On her hair. Okay, and here. And then her arm again. Okay. Next we have our peach. Do this, repeat the process. Bring it down a little further. Okay. And here. Okay. Now we'll move down to the arm. Okay. Now we'll go all over everything with this this nude color. And we'll fill everything in, try to get rid of the white spot. But now we're going to go over this with one more color when we're done. Okay. Alright. And then her neck. Right there. Okay. And then her arm. Okay. Now lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to take this tofu color and go over the top of everything. This is like I mean, it's basically a white, but it's not the brightest white that comes in the 520 set. So we're just going to run over everything with this. This will help blend everything together, get rid of any harsh lines, hopefully, and any other white spot that might be there, plus tone it down a little bit so that it's not as much of a yellowy looking skin tone as what it is at the moment. Which it looks a little different on camera than it does in person. But, yeah, we're going to work with this tofu and get it to where we're okay with it, or we pretty, you know, we like it. So, and then we'll move on. Probably do her hair, or at least start her hair before we go today. I may just show you how I'm going to do it and then do the rest of it off camera just to save a little time and keep you hopefully from being incredibly bored, because I'm not exactly a chatty Cathy, but you know, I try, but I'm not the best at making conversation, so small talk, especially when there's no feedback. Okay, so getting that. There's her neck, and now let's move down to her arm down here. And we'll go over that. I really, really like these pencils. I think they do a really good job. I love how they color, and I do highly recommend them. Alright, so we'll zoom out for a minute so you can see her skin. Well, maybe, because my light is doing something very funky. Okay, there we go. There's her skin. I like the way that that turned out, I believe. I do. So we'll move on now, and we'll start on her hair. For her hair, I have picked out the shaved chocolate, caramel cafe, and biscuit for her hair. So I'm going to take the biscuit, zoom you back in so that you can see a little bit closer what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to take the biscuit, and I'm going to just put a light layer, just barely touching the page, across her hair here. Somebody is having themselves a good old time. Alright, so I'm just going to take this all across here. Just like that. Then I'm going to go in with my shaved chocolate. And we're going to start up here where it meets her headband. I'm not going to do the flicking motions. Her hair's kind of skinny. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to put some of this down and then lighten up my pressure as I go down and fade it out. Just like that. And then, whoops. Sorry. I think I put a light. There we go. And then I'm going to go from the bottom and do the same thing. Heavy pressure to start, then lighten up my pressure and fade it out. Just kind of like that. Give me 1 second. All right, and now we're gonna go and take our caramel cafe, and we're gonna go over top of that bring that out even further and fade that out. Do the same on this part. And then lastly, we're going to take Biscuit and we're going to go over all of it. Blend it out, get rid of any of the white spot that might have been left on the page, and fill it in. And so that's basically how we're going to do her hair. And it doesn't look like much of a difference on the camera, but it looks more, you can definitely see the difference in it in person. But you can always go back in and darken things up a bit if you feel the need in certain areas. Okay, so now again with our shaved chocolate, up here where her hair meets her headband, and fade it down as we go, and then go back from the opposite direction up and fade it again, just like that. Now our Caramel Cafe, we'll go over all of that, extend it, fade it out. Okay, and then Biscuit over everything. Just like that. Going over some of these lines with this shaved chocolate, shaved chocolate. Just to deepen that up a little. I'm gonna see if I zoom out. Yeah, because it's not doing anything. We'll see if I zoom out if you can see it better, hopefully. Let's see. Maybe a little. I just have to kind of trust me that there's some definite contrast there. There really is. But okay. So this is how I'm going to continue to do the rest of her hair. Just kind of like that. Next is the Caramel Cafe. And lastly is the Biscuit. Okay. Alright, so that's how I'm gonna do all the rest of her hair. And So I think we'll move on from there. Let's see, we've been on here about 25 minutes, so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do these bushes, and then I think we'll call it a day, and we'll pick up in the next part with her, probably her dress and the flowers and things like that. But so for the bushes and greenery and things, I have pulled out cactus, foliage, greenery, and lime green. So we'll start with this cactus. Let me zoom you back in so you can see a little better. Okay, hold on, move it around. All right, so I'm gonna take this cactus, and we'll start with this little bush here. So where the artist has this line here, I'm gonna take this cactus and I'm gonna put some of that there. I'm also gonna put a little bit kind of at the base here, and just kind of leave a fuzzy edge. And then foliage, I'm gonna go over top of that. Then greenery. Give me just 1 minute, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Here, let me zoom you right back in. Hopefully. Okay, now we're gonna take the greenery, and we're gonna go over the other pencil that we laid down, and extend it out a little. Lastly, with the lime green, we're gonna go over all of it. Just like that. Blend everything together. No more white spot. And that's how we're basically going to do all these like little bushes and bush areas type of thing. This one doesn't really have any lines on it, so we'll just kind of create some of our own with this cactus here. Just kind of like that. Then we're going to go over it with the foliage. And then greenery. And lastly, lime green. And then when these are all done, I'm going to take a white Posca, probably, or a white gel pen, and go around all this black line work. Okay, back in with our cactus. Try to make that disappear a little bit with the gel pen and stuff. Okay. Next is foliage. Then greenery. And lime green. Let me zoom you out. You kind of see, hopefully, how that looks. A little better, hopefully. All right, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today, guys. I'm just gonna keep working on all this, all the bushes in the background. Now the grass parts and these longer ones that look more like trees, I may pick a different color combination for those. If I do, I'll save it and show you in the next part. But if I decide to use all the same colors, then I'll explain what I did when we come back. And then for the next part, we still have her dress and outside flowers and the castle to tackle. So we will do that then. But until next time, stay safe and happy coloring. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Please leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up if you like this video or videos like these. It really helps out my channel. Thank you. And again, until next time, happy coloring. Stay safe. Bye, guys.